Hello everyone, welcome back to Wake Up Charlotte Weekend. It is the last Sunday of the month. Blah, can't even talk today. Last Sunday of the month, and it's Science Sunday. And this is the first one that Chloe's ever been here for.
It's my first Science Sunday. I am honored to be here, and I'm excited.
I'm glad that you are. So today we're making snowstorms in a jar. So my thought process behind this was we haven't seen snow yet in 2023. People are sad.
Sadly.
And because today is kind of a nasty day to get outside, at least at times, maybe a good thing that you could do inside with the kids. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding oil, water, and paint to this food coloring, and then paint to this jar. So I'm going to walk you through it. Okay, so the first things first, I already put mine together because I want us to do them together. So you have water in here. It's a cup, okay?
Yes, one cup.
Next you're going to add the paint. It's about a teaspoon. And this will all be on our WCNC Charlotte website if you guys want to.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I added a little bit extra for you just in case some of it got caught in the little thing.
It did a little.
So yeah, so basically because this is kind of a 1-2 punch with science experiment. So because of the liquid density of the paint, that's going to fall much closer to the bottom of your jar. And then what I want you to do next is add the oil. So that's the clear stuff. So I use baby oil just because I didn't want the yellow cooking oil to kind of mess up the coloring. Ooh. But if you have cooking oil instead of baby oil, you can definitely do it. So yes, you pretty much want, once you add the oil, for it to get close to the top of the jar. So now you can see the oil settling close to the top. Now because it's clear, I was like, okay, this is making it a little bit harder for like kids to see the difference. So now add the food coloring. And what it's going to do is the food coloring is going to mix with the water, and it will take maybe a second to settle. So the paint's really dense, right? So it's much closer to the bottom. Then you'll have the food coloring and the water kind of in the middle. And then you can see much clearer now that the cooking oil is sitting right on the top. Obviously, eventually it's going to mix better and it'll look a little bit more like mine. So that's kind of science experiment explanation for the kids. Number one is the different densities of liquids. But the second is going to be what happens when you add a chemical reaction. Before we get there, just to give it a little extra oomph, Chloe, I want you to add a little bit of glitter to the top.
When you say a little bit, not this whole thing.
No, like you see, I only did a little bit.
That's a lot of it.
That's a lot. And
I'm going to add some of this color too.
Yeah, we just want to be nice, just make it
beautiful.
Nice and pretty. So then the second part of the experiment, other than the liquid density, is what happens when you add Alka-Seltzer tablets. So Alka-Seltzer tablets are made up of acids and bases, and basically what happens is that when it reacts with the water, it will create those bubbles. If you've ever put Alka-Seltzer in a cup, you know what I mean. And it's because it releases carbon dioxide, and that's going to be our snowstorm. So you're ready?
So half of one?
We're going to do half just to kind of see what happens, and we'll add the other half.
Okay,
it's a little slow to start.
Well, this is live TV for you. What's going to happen?
So it's starting to develop a little bit on the bottom. Let's add tablet number 2.
Okay.
And I did it. Oh, there it goes. See how it's kind of creating the bubble look?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's open it a little bit more, just because I think it'll be. And this
we're going rogue. We're adding more.
This is kind of why I got extras, just to kind of see. But this is kind of the idea, behind it for the kids. It's like the more you add, the more carbon dioxide, is going to continue. And this is kind of the idea behind the snowstorm. See how it's kind of like creating the bubbles and pushing them to the top? And I think what's cool too is then you add more, and then you can even put the top on. That's why I wanted to get these jars that had the lid, because if you put it on, because it's carbon dioxide, it will get trapped and it'll actually shake it up a little bit more. And look at that.
Wow. This is definitely fun to do with the kids.
And you can kind of talk to them just about the different chemical experiments and stuff. Now here's a little tip, is don't leave the jar on for too long, because what will eventually happen is, because carbon dioxide is a gas, is that it will get trapped. And then Ching. Well, you can see it's a little bit slow depending on how much Alka-Seltzer you put in here, but still a fun little thing to do on the weekends with the kiddos.
Yeah, perfect for a day like today when we're going to have some drizzle.
Yes. So happy Science Sunday, everyone. We'll be right back talking about the weather forecast.